Hello, everyone. We've finally got online again. It's been a really bad day, and I've been working hard for the to get us online for free, and because we spend so much money here at Everything Bastard, and sorry, I've got a bit of a cough because some of this stuff went into my throat. Let me have a drink of bourbon first. Thank you. Anyway, hopefully you guys can see us. Can you see us, babe? All right, we're online. All right, so I finally got it working. So I want to firstly say sorry to everyone that's been trying to listen and watch us because I'm trying to do this for free and not pay any money. They want you to pay $20 a month. We need to do it for fun. And as my old man says, keep the bastards honest. And what I really want to do is basically I want to anyone that's just saying shit within the Yowie world and just posting shit, we want to bring him up to the surface so everyone can see. So anyway, sorry about what's been going on. And hopefully you like our nice Santa Claus hats. And sorry about the cough. And firstly, I want to introduce. He had the Thong Master as his name, but he changed it, so I'm not sure about that. But anyway, they call him the Thong God from Down Under. He's the best thing to come out of Canberra since the Canberra Raiders. He's the #1 bastard in the nation's capital. Please welcome Mr. Eye Hiking Thongs David Reid. Yay!
Hey, ho, 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 and all that for the season's greetings, mate.
I love the beard. And can you please show your sparkly Christmas hat?
Well, it's just because it's an old hat, mate, but every year Santa comes down and sprinkles moon dust on on it, so it's all sparkly.
You sure it's not magic mushroom dust or something?
No, not magic mushroom dust, mate.
Mushroom
Although
dust.
there's plenty of them in the hills if you ever want to come down and experiment, mate.
No, I've been reading that about the in Victoria, and I don't want to die this early.
There's a cork plantation, believe it or not, the oldest cork plantation in the southern hemisphere is at the base of Black Mountain in Canberra, and it's still harvested. They harvest it every 10 or 15 years or something. But it's been around. It's been around since 1920. And underneath all these oak trees are those Amarita muscara mushrooms, the ones out of Alice in Wonderland,
Okay, cool.
the red ones with the white spots. Yeah, zillions of them.
All right, so basically I've got a few things to chat about tonight. We both have. So first of all, I want to chat about Mr. the Australian Yowie photographer. His name's Wayne Lewin. And I've been asking Wayne some questions over the last probably couple of months, maybe 2 to 3 months, probably not 3, probably 2, and asking him hard, valid questions. And he's a guy that says that I don't read anything that's posted after I put stuff online. Please PM me. Why do you have to get like a personal message? Why can't you talk on the Facebook group or wherever you are posting? Why do you have to hide behind the lines? I don't know what's going on him, but what he's done, he has blocked me. So what are you hiding, mate? He reckons he's got clear pictures that he's going to show to science. So wouldn't you be showing them first instead of these blurry pictures? So he's saying virtually that the pictures he's posting are blurry by saying he has clear pictures for science. So he's dobbed himself in there for blurry pictures. Anyway, we're going to show a few pictures of Mr. Wayne Lewin now. So we're going to get on here and go to the screenshot, and I've got to show entire screen. Sorry, coughing, but this is what happens. when you get, you swallow something, you said that. All right. This is one of, can you see that, Dave? Has that come up nice and clear?
Yeah, that's up. Yeah.
This is one of Wayne's latest pictures that he's showing, and all I can see is vines and just natural bush. That's nothing special about that. And these are some of his other great pictures. So this is one here. He's taken from the other side of the ridge, and there's some bit of a black anomaly there. And on the left-hand side, it's probably just a gap in the trees, because you can see they are big gum trees. They're tall. You know, they could be 10 meters tall. And he's taken a picture of something within the gap. But then he's vague posting when he comments. He says, oh, you know, this may be this may be that, but then again, it may be that, and maybe this. It's not maybe this, maybe that. It's either one or the other, mate. You don't say, oh, it might be pareidolia, it might be just shadows, but then it's an interesting pic. Well, it's not interesting. It's just a black shadow that you can see. I can see a black shadow up the top here. I can see like a dog's face here. And then you get to the right, I can see other black shadows. So why is this one interesting and the other ones aren't? And then we'll come to this other one here. This one here, you can see the me mouse. It's just the rock face behind the trees. And these other ones here, like this one here, he's posting and he's saying this part here on the left-hand side is something that's nothing. It's just unbelievable. I don't get what the guy's on about. And then he comes up and says, oh, I got eye shine during the day. That is not eye shine. It's just some sort of dead leaves or something that's just given, like there was a face there. There's not even a face. It's just bush. And it could be something like flowers. It could be anything. It could be gaps in the bush. There's nothing. And it's blurry. So what he's doing, he's taking pictures from a mobile phone from a distance, and then he's zooming them in. So it's a blurry picture getting zoomed in and getting blurred again. You know, the sensors on mobile phones are just crap. They're not made for that. They're made for selfies and just close-up pictures. They're not made for 100 meters or 50 meters away with the bush with different colors. And I'll get back on the screen and stop sharing. And the different colors, they're not made for all the different shadows. They start freaking out because the sensor can't handle it. So with a camera, the sensor is really big. With a phone camera, the sensor is not even as big as your pinky fingernail. So he struggles. And now he's saying he's got clear pictures that can come out and I'll show them to science and blah, blah, blah. Well, why would you not show them clear pictures in the first place? Why are you showing shit blurry pictures? And like I said, he's already said that I've got clear pictures. So he virtually said that the pictures I'm showing are blurry in his own words.
Well, just being devil's advocate here, mate, like, you know, I always think back to what Rusty was saying about presenting evidence to science.
Yep.
And how difficult a time he had finding really, really credible scientists that would even look at the evidence that he'd collected. And he did find a couple, but most of them said, look, I don't want my name put to this, you know? So there's a lot of stigma in the scientific community, you know. But where do you go with it? If you say Wayne does have clear photographs of a Yowie that are indisputable, what do? Do you go to the Daily Mail with them? Do you go to Channel 9? You know, who'll turn whatever evidence you put forward as a circus. So, you know, the statement of I'm going to present this to science is just such a ludicrous comment to make, because who in science are you going to present it to? Who's out there saying, please bring me evidence of Yowies in the scientific community in Australia?
Exactly right. Exactly right.
You know, if you spoke to Russell, there are a couple, and very, very reputable people, hair specialists and all sorts of things he had collected there. But I haven't heard from Rusty in over a year. I think it was about a year ago he put his last video up that he was active. So I don't know what's going on there. But he'd be the man to contact if you wanted to present something to science, because he's
Yeah.
done the hard yards. He's done the hard yards, and he's collected the people in his circle, I suppose you'd say.
Yeah, he stuck his neck out with a lot of things, and got turned down a lot. But he did find a few people, and when Rusty's the type of person that when he does talk to people, they quickly find out he's not a dumb person. He talks with a lot of experience and a lot of what can I say? Knowledge, a smart. Sorry. I'll tell you, the part of this went down my throat. It's not giving in. And a lot of knowledge and experience, and he's not a. Sorry. Santa hats don't swallow parts of them. Anyway.
You better have some lubricant there, mate, to clear the.
I need to get some water. Sorry. Keep talking, Dave.
Well, being Dan's wingman, I get to learn a lot about the inner and outing goings on of the Yowie World from Facebook. But I'm only in a couple of groups, so I'm not in all these groups that he gets this information off. But it does interest me that Dan, that the stuff that's going on those Facebook groups is the same stuff that's going on 10 years ago. And I'm yet to see a clear photograph. I still reckon the best evidence of a living, breathing, standing Yowie is Dean Harrison's thermal. That it moved. It was you could see it. So yeah. Anyway, onward.
All right. Yeah, I'm just putting up a few people that are talking about things. So I'm getting better at this. This is, like I said before, this is a free thing that we're doing. We're not paying any money, so it's taken me a while to work this out. So after this, it'll probably get better and better. All right. So I'll just take this off. So it's good that people are coming in and saying, about things and like that. Raoul said, look, we've got to get serious. This is about time to get serious. This is what I'm going on about. I've been doing this since 2005, and Dave, you were doing it a few years before me, and that's where I met you on the AYR forum, because Facebook was pretty not even there, or primitive then. There was no groups like there is now, and there's just so much bullshit that's going on. You just can't get these things and take mobile phone photos.
That's not true, Dan. There were Facebook groups that had people on them that were actively researching. It's the same way as it's. I don't know what it's like now because I haven't checked in a long time. But the AYR forum, for example, used to have 20, 30 people that were actively researching, putting up their results. And,
exactly.
There were Facebook groups, but they seemed to work best when they were a small group of people that were actively researching, that were just sharing information amongst themselves. The propensity of groups was to open it up to anybody in the world, and the object of the game was to get 3,000 followers. So
it's changed now. It is changed, Dave, because
those groups actually closed down because they couldn't. There's a group. Vlad's going to start a group for the southeast New South Wales area. So the
Oh, that's
Canberra
good.
region, all the way up to below to around Bungonia down to the Victorian border. But he's actually putting forward that he doesn't want 3,000 people. He wants people that are actively researching. He's very serious about. He's very serious about it. He documents better than anybody I've ever seen.
Well,
So
remember, if you look at the groups in this day and age, and you're getting people to say, we've got, I'm going to quote stats. Oh, we've got 4,000 members, rah, 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 rah. You probably get, out of 4,000 members, probably maybe, you wouldn't even get 1% regularly posting, or more than 1% even making comments. Because most of them are just keyboard warriors. They don't go out. They're not fit enough, or they've got people with physical problems like Selkie. She said, I don't go out, but I've learned a lot and I can discuss things, but I'm telling you that I am in a wheelchair. So at least she said that I can't do it, but I'd love to do it. That's a different story. But then you got people that they're not fit enough. They're just too fat. Well, that's your own problem for getting too fat. I've got no problem with saying that. I've been overweight myself, not major, but I'm losing weight. But I get out there and hike, do 50K hikes, 20K hikes, or whatever. And you got people that just don't care. They just want to get there and start trouble. They think they know everything, but you ask them, say, hey, come out in the bush with me. Oh, I'm not going out. I'll come out for a night. Oh, what are they, scared of the dark? So you've only got a small percentage of people that are going to be posting and actually going out in the groups. So the Rusty 222. Hey, Rusty, how you going, mate? Look at this, Dave.
I can't see the chat.
Can you see on the screen? We've got Rusty. He's come online to see us. He must have heard about it. So Rusty saying Merry Christmas. So yeah, Rusty, mate, we're been talking about things, about pictures and how hard it was to get scientists and stuff, and you've been all through that. So it's good to hear from you, mate. Hopefully you can make a video or two. So anyway, Mount Franklin. I'll come out the bush with you, Dan. Well, I'm going to go out in the Blue Mountains during the Christmas break, and I was planning on maybe camping, but it depends on the weather. But what I'm planning on doing is go out with the gear, get there about 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon, set it up, and spend about 5 or 6 hours out there, and try and get some sound recordings and the thermal, and then hike back to the cars and go home early in the morning, like 2 or 3 o'clock. So Mount Franklin, personal message me if you can make it to the Blue Mountains. You can come out with me. Rusty is saying that scientists do know. And I'll try and get that up there. He seems to have disappeared there. But anyway, what we're going to do, we're going to push on, Dave. We're going to push on with going to talk about our old mate Stets from Yowie Busters. So anyway, Stets was I'm pretty much going to talk about what they've been doing lately. Well, not much, because what Stets was doing was he was asking about people that want to go out for a night's research, and we'll go to that picture right now. He's asking people about a night's research, so hopefully you guys can see this. So he come up here. Is that coming up, Dave? All good?
Yeah, that's there.
So he said about a month and a bit ago, anyone in the Brisbane region is interested. I'm thinking about doing a bust in the famous Karratha Forest tonight. Not definite yet, but if we can get a couple of other members to tag along, we may do it. Anyway, what happened? No members said they wanted to do it, and what did Stets do? Took it down and they didn't go out. So obviously, Stets is scared of the dark, because I've never seen him do a nighttime video. Anyway,
I don't go out alone, mate.
Well, I'm
Not anymore.
not saying go out it
Not
alone.
anymore.
He'd be going out with his wife, and you got 2 other admins that are going out there. So
Yeah.
he just goes, no one's going out at all. So anyway,
I'd drive out there in the car, and I'd have that sort of security blanket around me that I could take off at any moment. But as for getting out of the car and going down Smoker's Trail or Sassafras Gully or something like that, I mean, that's where that's the thing. Oh, I think it was Roger that when we went down to Perch's Pond that time, he had an encounter down there, but we went down in the daytime, and then about 9 o'clock at night, down comes Roger with a little head torch on, and
yeah.
he'd done the entire trail, crossed slippery creeks and everything he needed to do to get there on his own in the dark.
I've done night hikes, and I actually stayed in Acacia Flat, and it took me 5 hours to hike there. So if Yowie came along, it was going to take me 5 hours to hike out. But anyway, old Stetson was talking about doing a bust, and when no one said they were going to join him, he didn't even go out at night anyway. Even with his wife, because he only goes 5 minutes from his car, and when he sees a tree bend, that's probably been done naturally, because 99.999% are natural bends, and everything he sees, they're all done by Yowies. So
you don't think maybe for him that it's a bit like he has to get fodder for the Facebook page?
Well, he has to, because he's got nothing else.
It's like being a performing monkey. You've got to produce content. No, I don't mean that Stets is a performing monkey.
No, don't bring monkeys down, mate. Monkeys are a lot smarter than Stets. That's what I'm trying to say.
No, it was probably the wrong term to use. But my point was that you've got to provide content to any social media, and if it's not, it's got to be along the line of whatever you're doing. So in this case, it's about Yowies, but the groups that I used to be in, people would say, "Oh, I went out such and such a night. This happened. This didn't happen." Rah rah rah. But there was never any constant stream of blurry photographs of foliage and pareidolia and all that sort of thing. But that was what overtook the good groups.
Yeah.
And the fault was just letting anybody into the group. It didn't matter who you were, you could be in the group. This new group that Vlad's putting together is just going to be people, not saying researchers, but people who are active,
Exactly. So, that's what you want. Because remember when we used to do the Yowie Hangouts that you started? And it was like you were there, me, there was, remember, there was Rusty, and there was Troy Lloyd and a couple others. And we all showed videos and stuff that we had, and we discussed the pictures, and we would put up our pictures and say, "Hey guys, what do you think of this? I got this. I'm not sure about it." And then everyone would have their honest say, and no one got in an argument, a debate. Everyone was just, and that was really good. But when it goes to these groups with 4,000 members, it starts to get out of hand. Where, like you said, the person that's running it will post things. And you'll get maybe, like I said, 1 or 2% posting stuff, and the rest of them just sit there like, bloody turds floating in the ocean. They do nothing. Why join a group when you do bugger all? If you ever join it?
No, but if you wanted to keep up on what was going on in the Yowie world, you'd join one of the groups and sit back if you're not active, but you want to keep your ear to the ground or whatever.
But you still want to be someone that's commenting, at least comment and have a say. I wouldn't want to join a group and sit back like a stale grey dog turd on the ground and do nothing. Like, come on, man! You join a group to be part of the group, not to sit in the corner and do fuck all. That's what I'm saying, Dave.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, that's fair enough. Dan.
And I don't mind any admin that says, "Hey, but Stats was saying to people." All right, we're still staying on the old Stets bandwagon here because old Stetsy thinks he's like number one and he's got the best video ever. Well, not him. Other people's videos, it's a bloody bullshit. Leanna Drunks. Anyway, he was saying that if you're not going to be an active member in his group, I'm going to kick you out. Anyway, people are sucking under him. Oh, keep me in the group, keep me in the group. Anyway, what's he done? Kicked no one out, and he keeps adding people to his group. So he's all bullshit. So anyway, that's enough about the old stats.
Right, so you've got that off your chest now, mate.
Yeah, don't worry, mate. Don't worry, I've got plenty on stats. Stats will, Before I go any further, anyone wants to get on wants to have their own say and not be ridiculed or anything, I've got a group called the Yowie Forum. You can say anything you want. I don't give a shit because it says no rules. There's no, admin. You can't do this and you can't do that. No, fuck that. This is a forum. It's not a research group. It's here to people to talk about this stuff. So that's what, get on the Yowie Forum and you'll like it because we bag stats and everyone else. They can get fucked. Anyway, the next one we're going to talk about is the Yowie Chaser. I haven't talked about the Yowie Chaser for a while because Yowie Chaser, what did he do? He wanted people to buy gear for him for $1,000. He wants someone to buy him a caravan and get free rent on their land. He wanted to give people $100 a day, and all the videos that they got in the bush with the Yowies, they send to him and it's all his. But nothing happened, So anyway, Yowie Chaser. This is his name on Facebook. I'll show you now. Yowie Chaser. We're going to get on there. Yowie Chaser. And this is Yowie Chaser. This is his name. Sir Yowie Chaser to you. So, Sir Yowie Chaser. Anyway, he said something.
Probably made that up just for you, Dan.
Yeah, because he commented about when I went to Marramara. And when I went to Marramara, I was talking about the old lemon trees and orange trees that are there, because they call part of that part where we went to called the Orchard Campground, and these were planted in the 1880s for fruit for people that live there. So Yowie Chaser doesn't realise that, and he said, "Oh, you're talking about 150-year-old orange trees." Well, yeah, because some of them look like really, really old, like they were big, massive, like for their size. Anyway, and a lot of them, I admit, are probably seeds that come off other the plants, and the seeds have grew to be a plant. So anyway, Yowie Chaser's done that. But Yowie Chaser, mate, all I can say is, are you still posting red alerts from Trove from 1850? Good work by Jamie. For bringing up Yowie Chaser posting a red alert, latest red alert from 1850 Trove, and he copied and pasted the whole thing from Trove, saying it's a latest report from 1850. So anyway, Yowie Chaser, you got nothing. You're a dickhead.
The same thing. He's fallen into the trap of having to produce content for a Facebook page. I think
he's getting all these.
But it's just rubbish. Yeah, it's just rubbish.
And he's not. He probably eats his songs. Probably eats other people's songs, but that's how it goes. So there's not much.
He was a thong wearer, wasn't he?
Well, he's always wore thongs because every time you hear him, he slap, slap, slap. But at least, look, I'll give him one thing. At least he gets out there and does stuff, but he just dribbles shit. It's like you might as well put a big bowl of cornflakes and put them all in your mouth and then try to speak and spit the cornflakes out in milk while you're talking and you make more sense. So anyway, that's the Yowie Chaser. Anyway, I've got another one. This is before Yowie Busters, which is stats. I don't even know what they're busting. They've probably been busting, something. They haven't busted nothing. They busted themselves being dickheads. But anyway, Yowie Buster. He's been commenting on my YouTube channel. Yowie Buster with a big beard. And it's like he smoked about 5 cones and drank, magic mushrooms from Melbourne or something. So anyway, Yowie Buster, he's been commenting about, when I was going out to do the get some Aboriginal, carvings or paintings on video, and I said I'm hiding my location. I'm not going to show anyone. Blah blah blah. and he was saying stuff about you shouldn't go there, blah 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 blah. But you watch his videos, and he's saying that that termite mountains are yowies in disguise. So I don't know when dirt or sand can actually go from being a living animal to something that's not living back to living. So I think he's been eating his fair share of magic mushrooms, the old Yowie Buster.
There's been plenty of ant mounds I've seen in the distance that my first glance was that could be something. But then you find out it's an ant mound, I don't think that Yowie that you first thought you saw in the glimpse you saw was actually transformed into an ant mound. But yeah, it's an interesting concept.
It's pretty crazy. But one other thing I want to talk about, so we've talked about a few spastics today. Wayne Lewin, he's the Australian Yowie photographer, but then he says it's only just tongue-in-cheek. You can't be called an Australian photographer when you're taking them with mobile phones. Good old Stetsy. Stets doesn't walk any more than 5 minutes from his car and doesn't like it going out in the dark. Yowie Chaser trips over in thongs. Yowie Chaser, what he did, people might notice, he was on a motorbike and he actually stacked it. Remember, he stacked it and he broke his nose and his pelvis. And yeah, so I think a thong fell off and got stuck in the front tyre. Anyway, so we got Yowie Buster. Yowie Buster sees, ant mounds as yowies. So anyway, the last thing I want to talk about, well, probably not the last, but people in the admins for groups like Yowie groups or podcasts, and they're letting people. This is what I don't get. You run a group as a podcast, and you're letting people put their research on there. So they're saying, "Hey, I found this footprint, and I found this tree, and I found this, and I found this." But then when people are saying, "Hey, this is not what you think it is. This is my view," they're the ones that are getting ridiculed and getting booted out of the group. So admins are protecting the people that are posting and the people that are commenting saying, "Hey, I don't think this is what it is." And they're not being, I'm not saying for all of them. Some of them are dickheads and they deserve to get booted out. But people that are asking hard questions and say, "Hey, where was the sun pointing from? What camera did you use? How far away were you?" And asking hard, valid questions are being ridiculed and being asked to say, "Hey, you better take that comment out, reduce that comment because some part of it wasn't to what, the group rules." But they're making a big mistake in the first place. Yeah, they're making a big mistake in the first place because they're letting people post these pareidolia pictures, which is making people argue. And if you take them idiots away and say only post clear pictures, no one will fight because it's a clear picture and you cannot doubt anything in a clear picture. If there's
but then you don't have the content to perpetuate the stupidness of the group. You know what I mean? You've got to have content. This, like in social media, if you want, and this is how they get these things up to being 5,000 and 6,000 subscribers.
Exactly, but the people that are asking valid, hard questions, not being idiots, saying, I've been researching, I've done this, I've done that, I'm asking you these questions, and then when the person that has the group has a whinge, next minute the admin's going, "Oh, because this person posts a lot, because I want people to post on my group, I'm going to boot these people that are commenting, even though they're not being an idiot. They're doing it in a smart way, in an intelligent way, and they're still getting booted, which is not fair. They might get their 5,000, but what are they getting? 5,000 of people are sitting on bloody pillows, like sitting on the lounge going, "I'll get on a podcast group today and I'll have a look and do fuck all." I don't want that. I'd be like Vlad. I want people that are going to do something.
It's more the ones with very limited knowledge commenting, actually.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. There was there's people that are saying bullshit. Well, when they say bullshit and they dribble shit, we'll boot them. That's fair enough. That's their right. Everyone's it's a free country, but even though you say this is the rules, there's still people who've got the right to say what they think. All right. And if they don't say it in a stupid way, why are they getting booted? Because I've seen people getting booted out of groups. And if you're running a podcast group, why are you running it as a podcast group and saying, oh, this is just an extension of my podcast group, but then saying, oh, I'll let people put research in there, but people can't really comment the way they really want to. And then they say, oh, sorry, you got to take stuff out of your comment because it doesn't go along our lines. But you're not saying to the person, hey, you shouldn't be posting blurry pictures because I can't see what it is. Like, it's common sense. You get a blurry picture. So someone murders someone and runs really fast down the road, and you might go, oh, that looks like Joe Blow. It must be him. Well, how are you going to know it's blurry? You don't know. It's bullshit. You know, that's how it is. That's how I see it, Dave. What else we got? It was oh yeah, this is the picture that come up during the about a week ago, I think it was. One of your favourite pictures, Dave, and you want to talk about it? Here it is. Can you see it?
Yes, I can.
All right, this is the picture.
We're looking at the dark patch in the middle.
In the middle there.
At the rear. And what I like about this is I'd say it wasn't taken on a mobile phone, but that you're able to zoom in quite substantially on this one. And I think it looks really promising.
Yeah.
When you zoom right in on it.
Yeah, I've zoomed in enough. If I go any more, Dave, it'll be really, really blurry. It's blurry enough.
Okay. Righto, but
you want to talk about what you see?
I don't know if anybody can see the head there and what looks to me to be a body underneath it standing behind a tree. But like with anything, though, I just think it looks promising. But like with anything, you've got to know the backstory. You've got to know what other serious attempts were made to look at the area at a different time and at the same time of day, but on a different day, perhaps, to see if it's still there.
Yeah, so what I've had red flags come up about this pretty much when I've seen it. I'll study pictures because I'm like Dave, I've seen so many pictures. This is why I'm putting everything on doing this, is because you got your pictures come up, and I pretty much say about 1%, not even 1% of the pictures that we see, that I see, they're not even like, people take pictures of plants and stuff like that, and they're not even like, they'll say the yowies and stuff like that, and they're not even true. It's I'm looking at this. It's done by a mobile phone. It looks like it's probably been done by I don't know, 30, 40 meters away. And the person
seems like a long way away it was taken from.
Yeah, I reckon about 50 max. I wouldn't go any more than 50 max.
Oh.
You know? So, and then you're looking at where the picture is. It looks like there's a fence there. You can see a fence right there. And the fence ends. Yeah, and then the fence ends. So you're looking at, someone can easily walk in there. There's no fence. And then can you see, like, the head looks pretty defined, but the body looks like it's skinny. Can you see where the space? There's no really. The shoulder doesn't really seem like it's really a defined outline, and then you see the arm come down, and it, like, compared to the head, the arm and the rest of the part you can see, there's really no definition in it. It really looks like it's 2-dimensional, not 3, other than the head. So if they made like a kind of like a 3-dimensional head, like out of some sort of like clay or something, and then the arm and the rest of the body is just nothing, like, it just looks skinny. There's no, if you're looking for something like a yowie, and everyone says there's a big like what can I say? Like a big body to it, like big chest, big arms, big legs, and arm. There's nothing to that arm. It just goes straight down. There's nothing there on the arm. There's nothing on the shoulder. It kind of, for something that's supposed to be a big bulky animal, there's nothing to the body. And I'm thinking it's
Keep
just
describing it, Dan. I just have to let my dog out.
yeah, all good. What I'm going to do, I'm going to go to the red circle one. So here's the one. That's when Dave posted the red circle and they said it must be true. So, you know, he got the red circle. So what I'm saying is this arm and the shoulder, and there's no mass to the area. If that was a big animal or big, you know, ape-like creature, all right, you got what looks eyes and the cheekbones and the nose and the head, and then you got this nothing here. It just looks like it's a cardboard cutout with like some sort of three-dimensional head on it. It just doesn't seem like it's the real deal to me. I don't know what you guys are thinking on here. I'm trying to I'll try to zoom it in again. So you're looking, I reckon it's about 40 to 50 in between here and here. It doesn't seem to be, you can see where there's a fence there and there, but it's open so someone can easily walk in here, and there's no substance to the actual body. It's skinny. And if you've got something that...
Do you really think that looks really skinny?
That arm is not...
Yeah.
What people say, they said big arms, big shoulders. This thing's 3 foot wide, the shoulders. The arms are massive. That's skinny. That looks like that bloody arm's anorexic. There's nothing to that arm. There's no muscle to that arm. And there's nothing. That there is like a cardboard cutout or something, and with a fake head put on the top. And the person makes one picture and says it run away and did it with a mobile phone. If he can get a picture with a mobile phone, you got video. I would rather just hit the video and go and get a blurry picture and watch it run away. That'd be better than getting a one picture. And then they said, oh, it ran away after I took this photo. A person that we've never heard of before. And then people are believing it. And we've had this come up time and time again where people have stated something and everyone's gone, oh, yeah, this is really good. Look at this. And after a couple of weeks, it's come out that it's fake. And I've been the first person to say, I'm not believing anything till there's more investigation. The person's put one picture. Why didn't this person go up and go, hey, let's go and see if there's anything footprints or anything there of this thing there. Like even if I knew nothing about research, I'd be going, let's go and see what it left. Let's go have a look in the bush, because it's obviously their house. And if it's been happening for a long time, why wouldn't they have had something sooner? Like they've only got a mobile phone pic. Like they're sitting there going, I've got Yowies in there. I'd be like, oh, let's get some gear. Let's try and get a photo. Get a good photo. Like, why use a mobile phone? Like, no. Too many red flags.
The reason people use mobile phones, though, Dan, is because that's what they have in their pocket at the time.
Mm-hmm.
You know? So, I mean, I know when I go, I've got a good camera, but I only take it out when I specifically want to use it. I don't wander around with it. You know what I mean? But I do have my phone camera. But I still think, I'm just surprised that better quality, because phone cameras are getting much better, and I'm just surprised that the quality of these photographs isn't matching my expectations. Perhaps is that
they're only getting better when they're not getting you. What I said before, Dave, is there's so many different shadows and bits of light in the bush because all the leaves are different directions. So light's coming off different directions. There's shadows and everywhere, and the sensor is probably half the size of your pinky. And it's like a brain. We've got a brain so big. It's like a brain being this small, and it's trying to do the same thing as a brain that's this big. It can't do it. So it's trying to process things, and everything comes out blurry. And then what these people do is they take a blurry pic that they've taken 40 meters away, and then they stretch it out bigger, and then it gets even more blurrier. So I've already proven that, and I took photos when I went out, and on this YouTube channel when I went out last time, I saw something on the corner, and I took a picture from about 110 meters away with my mobile phone, which is this one. All right, it's about $250 Samsung, and I took a photo with my 4K camera, and then I took a zoomed in with the phone, and a zoomed in shot with my camera. My camera left a clean picture zoomed in. The mobile phone battled to get anywhere near there, and it was blurry. So if I wanted to get that closer, I'd have to go zoom in again on an already blurred pic to make it 10 times more blurrier. When I've got a clear pic.
Yeah. So in fact, you could see a Yowie with your eyes 100 meters away, grab out your mobile phone camera, and all you're going to get is a blurry pic that everybody's going to say isn't a Yowie anyway.
Yeah. So why in this day and age, there's people might say, this is what I get it. People say, oh, I haven't got the money to buy a camera. Mate, these things aren't cheap. To get a cheap one like this was like, what, $400 or something, $300, $400. You get the other top of the range ones with which the camera is only it's only good for selfies and shit. Then they're paying $1,500. Well, if you got that much money to pay that, or through a plan over the time, why can't you save $10 over the 10 or 20 months or 30 or half 2 years and buy a decent camera? There's a lot of decent cameras that are on like Facebook Marketplace or other things that people have paid $2,000 for, and because they've upgraded, they want to get rid of their camera that they got, and you might get it for $400 or $500, perfectly working condition, and will do the job that you want. No worries, no fights, and people can 100% see if that's an animal or a pareidolia pic or a tree stump that's burnt out. You know, but in this day and age, we've got better stuff. A phone is a phone to ring people up, maybe get on the internet, not take pictures of Yowies. It's shit. It's just day and age. We've got so much technology, and people are using a mobile phone camera with a sensor that big to try and get Yowies. Like, fuck off. Not to you, Dave, but the people using it. You know?
Yeah, fair enough.
Good cameras are cheap these days. And you can't tell me you haven't got enough money, because these things are dear. They're not cheap. These people need to, you know, and they're posting blurry pics. And people that, admins that are letting them put their pictures on there and then protecting them when people are asking hard, valid questions that are getting booted, they can get stuff too. You know, that's why I'm talking about this, and that's why I've started the Yowie Forum, for people to say what they have to say without getting criticised for being honest, even if they want to say, hey, you're a fucking idiot. Well, that's your view. It's a free country. I'm letting you do that. So that's why I'm doing this, and this is how I feel, because there's no use sitting back going, I wish I could say that, but I don't really want to say it because it might hurt people's feelings. No, get fucked. I don't care. That's how I feel, Dave. I don't care. It's keep the bastards honest. And I don't know why people aren't doing that. The old Aussie adage, keep the bastards honest. This is what we're trying to do. And this is why you and me are both on here to do that.
Yeah, I'd like to see it go back to a more sensible plane. I'd like to see it go back to where people are doing research that isn't just trying to generate membership on a Facebook group. You know, I remember in the ACT.
And you know one thing, Dave, what I find is people get on the YouTube, they
You're frozen
for free.
There, Dan.
Yeah. You there, Dave?
Yeah, you're back, mate.
Bit or whatever. What I was saying is just the people. People get onto YouTube and they start getting popular. They start asking about, get onto my Patreon and give me money because it doesn't cost that much. Well, no, you're doing it because you like to do it. You're asking people, give me money so I can keep doing it. No, in the first place, you did it for the love of it. Now you want to get money. And then they start saying, for extra comment, extra content, I've got hidden stuff, and you pay for that. And I'm going to put ads on my YouTube. I don't put no ads. I hate fucking ads, so there'll be no ever ads on my YouTube. I'll never put Patreon. I do it for the love of it. I do the love of it. I want to do it because I want to do it, and I've been doing it for so long that I just want to go and show people what I'm doing. There'll be nothing like that. I'm doing this for free. I've worked out, it took me 4 hours yesterday how to work this bloody thing out for free, and I finally got it to working. So I'm not paying any money to stream this, and I'm not going to do that because I want to do it for the love of it, and I want people to see my YouTube channel for free and not have to go, oh, I want to pay $10 for extra content. This day and age, petrol costs so much money. Go pay electrical bills, water bills. Everything's been privatized. It's pretty much busting our asses to try and make money and pay for it. Why would you want to pay extra money to watch someone's stuff when we can do it for free? That's what I'm saying. So I don't like when people are asking for money. I don't like it. Look, it's a free world and they can do it, but I'm not up for it. I'm up to show the people that this is what I love doing, and I'm going to show it to you for free. And this is how I am. And I get a bit pissed off when I see people, they start from nothing and they get a bit of, 10, 20, 30,000. Next minute, they forced me to do Patreon. No one's forced you. Get fucked. You don't get forced. You just want the fucking moolah. Don't bullshit. At least say, hey, it's getting a bit costly. You want to give me money to keep on making it because otherwise I won't keep making it. Just be fucking honest. Don't say, I've been forced to do it. No one's fucking forcing you. Anyway, I've had my rant for today, and that's me. That's how it is. That's how it is, Dave. Let's just. We've been around.
You've had enough, Dan. You've had enough, mate.
I've had enough. No, I haven't had enough because there's plenty more where that come from. But anyway, I've had me say, and the biggest problem was trying to get this bloody thing up, and it's taken me ages to do so. But if anyone wants to come out during the Christmas break, I want to go out in the Blue Mountains. I'm not going up and down the coast. That's where you are, not me. But I'm going to go out in the Blue Mountains and do some day hikes and some night hikes and hike into an area and then put the parabolic dish up and the thermal and hopefully get something on footage or not, get something interesting, go further than 5 meters away from my car. And if you want to come out, I'm happy for you to meet up in the Blue Mountains and go out for the night. So I'll leave it for there. I'm up under Yowie Dan on Facebook. And anything else to say, Dave, before we go tonight?
No, I think you've pretty much covered it, mate. But, it looks like you've found the main contenders for the 2024 Golden Thong Award.
Oh, yeah, Golden Thong Award. So who do you reckon's leading the Golden Thong Award at this moment, you reckon?
Oh, it's a hard one.
Well, Stats won last year. Stats won last year, and the previous 2 years was Yowie Chaser, and before that was Paul Slapper McLeod. And so anyone doesn't know what the Golden Thong Award is, it's for excellence in being the biggest dickhead in the Yowie world. And there's a lot of them. There's like Wayne Lewin's going to be up there, Stats, Yowie Chaser, and then you're going to have Alf's Bigfoots. There's a couple of others that are hanging around, the outside. There could be, it could be a bit of late mail on them late. They might get up. It's a poll that we do on the Yowie forum, and it's going to be in June. The winner will be announced, but I'll probably put it up about 2 months earlier. So if you want to vote and put your person up, so around 2 months before June, we'll put it up in about April, and we'll have about 2 months to vote, and the most votes will win the Golden Thong Award. So Stats might go to back-to-back. Only the Yowie Chaser and Paul McLeod have done that, had the honours. But there's plenty out there, and hopefully maybe Stats will do back-to-back. You never know. He's got to produce more shit.
Anyway, I'd like to wish everybody a Merry Christmas. Thank you very much for listening to our drivel these past few months. I think we're on episode 6 or 7 at the
No,
moment.
7. And
7,
look,
episode 7.
I've got
But,
one thing to say. I've got one thing to say, Dave, before we go. Stop. Sorry to interrupt, but I've been taking the practical path to enlightenment, and I've been in warrior song mode, and I escaped the Matrix.
I'm not even going to comment, Dan. I'm not even going to comment.
This is a bit of a joke.
But that does bring to mind the fact that if you're going to drink and drive this year, don't drink.
Don't drink. Trust me, don't drink, and don't drive in thongs because they're getting stuck on the brake pedal and all that kind of stuff. But anyway, yeah, those days, Dave said, that was a bit of a joke from me. Have a Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and yeah, we'll keep the Yowie everything Yowie going. And if anyone's got anything that they want us to talk about, please get on the Yowie forum and message us and post it, and we'll bring anything to light that we think that's shit. Oh, I think that's shit because Dave's like he's the one that brings me back down to level. I think, Dave. I think I get a bit too up here, and you're like, "Come on, Dan, just calm down, calm down, calm down." He's like, I've had too much coffees, and he's like, have a bit of water, mate. So anyway. As hopefully everyone's enjoyed the chat. We've had a bit of a rant tonight mainly because we couldn't get on the other week because stupid bloody things. When you do this stuff for free, they make it really, really hard, and I've worked it out. So hopefully everything runs smooth from now on. So have a Merry Christmas, Dave. Thanks very much for joining me and listening to all my dribble. And we've gone a bit longer than what we would have, and we've got 11 people listening to the dribble at the moment, which is good. And anyone, like I said, anyone's got anything to bring anything to light, get on the Yowie forum, join, have your say, no rules, say what you want, and we're going to say goodbye for 2023, and we'll be back better than ever in 2024. Good night, everyone. Bye, Dave. Always hiking thongs. Always hiking thongs. Always don't eat them like Yowie Chaser. Don't.